So in Bokolam Champions League, I think say in don't know waiting him they talk about Abi. This now well teams will be Ogbonge, Odogu for their own leagues. They come meet the Odogus of Odogus for football. Champions League no be anybody meet at all. You need to sabi pass the way you understand. It is required for your league to actually come the Champions League. So if you're the champion of your league, come the Champions League, another team will just humble you. So Champions League now where champions of champions they converge. So Arsenal being finally come out yesterday. Bayern Munich beats them 2-1 and that na 3-2 on aggregate. So they come up for Champions League yesterday. But wetin vex me for that Arsenal match no be even how Bayern Munich take come out Arsenal for the Champions League. Now because say now this particular Arsenal team give Bayern Munich the liver and the other to actually come out them for this Champions League, because I mean they don't seal that victory, they don't seal that win for the first leg where they've been just the missed chances for the Emirates. Then it for them more easier for them to play Bayern Munich for Allianz Arena yesterday. Arsenal came out, they played better than they even played in the first leg, but because there were a lot at stake, a lot of things been there at stake for these both teams. One be say Bayern Munich don't lose out the league to Leverkusen. They know the German Cup, and the only cup we remain for them now this Champions League, so they have a lot to prove. They just needed to remain in that competition. And for Arsenal, they don't dey second for table. Man City don't they lead the league, and we always know say, or we don't see them over time, many years now, say anytime we remain like 6, 7, 8, 10 matches and Man City starts to lead that table, or they on top of the league, it is very difficult for them to actually lose. So for Arsenal and Bayern Munich, they had a lot at stake. This is not the only trophy where, especially for the Bayern Munich team, where they feel carry if at all they go far for the competition. At least maybe probably something feel happen, just as they always happen. Football surprises feel happen. Arsenal feel leapfrog Man City again, if that one go even happen. But at least for Bayern Munich, they don't even get any hope other than the Champions League for this season. So they needed to play at their best, and which they did. That's Bayern Munich vs Arsenal match. Now one of the best matches why I don't see for this year's Champions League. They play very good. Arsenal came out, they pressed hard, but they didn't play as good as expected, especially in the second half. Saka be like say it just did too obvious. Say that guy need rest and he need better replacements, because he gets zero dribbles, he gets zero crosses, he gets zero take-ons, zero chances created. Like yesterday now, one of those days this season where I see where Saka just did very silent. The only thing when they do when he reach the attacking third, now to just turn, pass the ball back to Ben White, or pass him back to Odegaard, or he go cross, he go pass everybody head. No successful cross. The guy was just silent. It just a show say yes, that guy needs to rest, or in they play with injury now, either of the two. But having said that, kudos to the boys. At least a lot of people wrote Arsenal off, and they don't believe say they fit reach the stage where they did this season. So we move again. Wolves on Saturday for the Premier League. We will continue the title race as they don't come up for the Champions League. It means say they need to put in their best and hope say Man City go sleep, which they very, very unlikely. But now just as things stand be that not the Arsenal versus Bayern Munich match for me. Kimmich, that guy is a very good player. That guy they play ball like say he don't pass a 26-year-old way in B. Imagine the way that guy make football day very easy. He was the person that actually scored the header. He made the difference, and his presence on the pitch was anything and everything for Bayern Munich yesterday. Forget saying that Musiala, they collect ball, they turn, they make those box-to-box moves and all of that. But if you sit down watch that match well, and you see how well Kimmich they control the ball from the defense to the midfield, and when he need to join the attack, you go know say that man be the main person for that Bayern Munich team. We make him very difficult yesterday for Arsenal players, because Martinelli played that place, Trossard enter for second half to play that place, and none of them even fit pass him once. Arsenal fans, that one don't pass. We don't get anything but to talk. But to tap the boys on the back, to actually applaud them, and we'll look forward to the next season, of the Champions League. But now the EPL still dey very, very open, and we still dey the title race. So let's take it one game at the time, like Arteta does say. Moving forward, Madrid, Man City. So 11 minutes, Rodrigo score for Etihad. I say, I'm waiting the happen. So these two English teams go come out the way the two Spanish teams come out yesterday. Until Kevin De Bruyne equalized for 76 minutes. This now Man City now. They go beat una junior, come beat una join. Go make sense now. So this trophy, they come back to England. Man City no go defend their trophy. Only for them to play that 1-1 draw, go extra time, still play draw, come play penalty. John Alvarez first score. Now he be the first penalty taker. Modric play for Real Madrid and in lose. I can't begin to say, okay, no worry, no need. I just off my phone because I've been no watch the match. I just lie down. Only to wake up much, some few minutes later, comes to say, after Modric lose that penalty, every other person will play for Real Madrid actually scored. Then after John Alvarez scored, the three persons who played after him lost. So for the 5 penalty Man City players play, they scored 2 and lost 3. Real Madrid play 5, they scored 4 and they lost 1. Now, as it be like this, officially, Real Madrid are into the semi-finals of the Champions League. PSG are into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Dortmund are into the semi-finals of the Champions League. And Bayern Munich, these are the 4 teams where they semi-final for the Champions League. We wish them all the best, and we would continue to follow the progress and see how far these teams can actually go and who would be crowned the 2023-2024 Champions League winner in London at the Wembley Stadium. So English fans, let me hear your thoughts on how the English teams fared in this year's Champions League, the shortfalls, what they would have done better, the players that actually let some of their teams down, and how this can be preventable. Because if you look the history of the Champions League, English teams know they really to perform very well, except on rare occasions. So come into the comment section and let's hear your opinion. Did you think Man City would have done better to actually move to the semi-finals of the Champions League? What did Arsenal do wrong to have been eliminated by Bayern Munich, not progressing to the semi-finals of the Champions League? I'll see you on the next episode of Champions League podcast session. I remain your host, Abdul. Stay blessed.